Author by Jonathan Simkai brings David Yerman. Period.
Angel Reese is back in the spotlight, and once again, not for the best reasons. Rather than making waves for her training or game performance, it's her string of red carpet appearances, podcast interviews, and fiery social media posts that have everyone talking. With the WNBA off-season underway, fans are beginning to question where Reese's focus truly lies, and they are not alone. Rumors are swirling about a recent warning from one of the sport's all-time legends, Sue Bird, a message that could completely reshape the public's perception of Reese. Reese's off-court choices stand in stark contrast to Caitlin Clark's approach. While Clark also steps into the public eye now and then, she remains committed to refining her skills and preparing for another dominant season. The comparison between Reese's media moments and Clark's relentless workouts hasn't gone unnoticed, sparking debates about discipline, priorities, and what it really takes to lift women's basketball to new heights.
It's really fun, rewarding, and also interesting to watch these younger athletes step into their professional careers. Obviously, Caitlin and Angel are two great examples.
Sue Bird's words carry serious weight, and they couldn't have come at a more crucial time for Angel Reese. As doubts grow about Reese's dedication, a quiet storm seems to be brewing. Could this be the beginning of the end for Reese's rise? And will Caitlin Clark's laser-sharp focus become the new blueprint for success in the WNBA? Before we break it all down, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's next. All right, let's dive in.
Right, like so much earlier, these athletes are thinking about themselves as businesses, as brands. And it's amazing because they're carrying that with them to the WNBA, and so everything's just bigger.
The WNBA offseason is a crucial stretch, a time for recovery, growth, and preparation for the next level of competition. During this period, players either take their talents overseas for international play or stay in the US, dedicating long hours in the gym to sharpen their skills. It's a time that separates those who elevate their game from those who risk falling behind. Angel Reese, who underwent surgery in early September, announced she'd be back to basketball activities within 6 weeks. But now, 2 months later, the spotlight surrounding her seems to have drifted far from the court. Instead of being known for her grind and training sessions, Reese has been making appearances at red carpet events and hosting her weekly podcast, grabbing headlines for everything but basketball. This shift in focus has sparked discussions among fans and analysts about her true level of commitment. Many expected to see a player determined to come back stronger, but instead, her off-court activities have raised eyebrows. Her recent remarks about WNBA salary disparities have only added to the conversation, leaving some to wonder whether her attention is moving away from the game itself.
I just hope y'all know, the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills where I stay at. Let me do the math real quick.
He might cover that. Yeah, it definitely covers that.
What is I don't even know my salary. No, my rent is more than that. It's $8,000. I'm living beyond my means.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's offseason tells a completely different story. While she also takes time for charity work and moments with family and friends, her social media presence centers around one unmistakable theme: basketball. Her feeds are filled with training clips, Clark perfecting her shot mechanics, strengthening her left-hand drive, and mastering that signature mid-range floater. These glimpses into her off-season routine paint a clear picture of ambition and discipline, one that deeply resonates with fans who value hard work and constant improvement. The contrast between Reese and Clark's off-season priorities hasn't gone unnoticed. Clark's balanced yet basketball-focused approach has earned her widespread respect and growing anticipation for her next season. Meanwhile, Reese's emphasis on public appearances has fueled debate about where her true priorities lie. Together, these comparisons highlight a broader narrative unfolding across the WNBA, a conversation about what real commitment looks like in an era where fame and performance often collide.
I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day.
By taking a closer look at how the WNBA's most talked about players spend their off-season, one thing becomes clear. Dedication isn't just a skill, it's a statement. While Angel Reese continues to capture headlines away from the hardwood, Caitlin Clark's relentless training might just be the edge that defines the next season, and possibly the future of the league itself. But here's the big question everyone's asking. What exactly did Sue Bird say that has fans and players alike buzzing? We'll break that down in just a moment. If you've made it this far and you're enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know your time's valuable, and we truly appreciate you spending it with us. All right, now, let's get back to the action.
But now they're in that world. And so my only advice is usually just to make sure they keep basketball the main thing, because at the end of the day, that is your vehicle. It's your vehicle to, Angel Reese has a podcast. It's her vehicle to be a podcaster, right? Whatever Caitlin ends up doing, it's the vehicle to get you to that point.
Sue Bird's name is practically synonymous with greatness in women's basketball. A 4-time WNBA champion and 5-time Olympic gold medalist, her words carry a level of credibility few others can match. Recently, Bird spoke about the importance of keeping basketball the main focus, and she didn't shy away from mentioning both Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese in her comments, offering them some seasoned, no-nonsense advice. The moment Bird's remarks surfaced, social media lit up. Fans and analysts immediately began drawing comparisons between the two rising stars, amplifying the conversation even further. Bird's message came at a time when Reese's offseason has been dominated by red carpet appearances and public engagements. To some, these moments represent a player building her brand. But to others, and perhaps to Bird herself, they serve as a cautionary tale about what happens when the spotlight starts pulling attention away from the game itself. Throughout her own legendary career, Sue Bird balanced fame and focus with precision. Even as she landed endorsements and expanded her legacy, basketball always remained her true north. Her warning seems to suggest that Angel Reese may be straying from that balance, a subtle reminder that while fame can elevate a career, it's a fragile thing without consistent excellence on the court to sustain it.
It's a balance. You have to find that balance. But when you look at some of the other athletes, particularly men, who've set a little bit of a blueprint in terms of the business and the sport, you never see LeBron miss a workout.
The backdrop to Sue Bird's comments is the ever-evolving landscape of the WNBA, a league where media opportunities are more plentiful than ever. Today's players face a dual challenge, building their personal brands while continuing to perform at an elite level. Angel Reese's off-court presence has undeniably brought added visibility to women's basketball. However, critics argue that her focus may be shifting away from the hardwood. In this context, Bird's remarks carry extra weight, serving as a timely reminder to keep the game itself at the center, even amid the growing allure of fame and media attention. Caitlin Clark, on the other hand, provides a clear counterexample. She's managed to balance her growing public profile with an unshakable commitment to her craft. Her frequent training videos and interviews showcase long hours of focused work, fine-tuning her shooting, expanding her range, and adding new moves to her arsenal. In many ways, Clark embodies the essence of Bird's message, that it's possible to embrace the spotlight while never losing sight of the dedication and discipline that define greatness on the court.
I just come out here and try to, play basketball in a way that people love watching, in a way that is going to make my team successful, and the records and whatever, or the stats, that's just what comes with it.
For Angel Reese, Sue Bird's message could serve as a moment of reflection, a chance to recalibrate her path and strike a better balance between fame and focus. Bird's advice doesn't come across as criticism, but rather as a reminder that the spotlight can be powerful if it's used to amplify one's game instead of overshadowing it. The real question now is whether Reese will take this subtle but significant warning to heart. In a league that's becoming more competitive by the year, where true legacies are built not on moments of fame but on consistent excellence, keeping basketball at the center isn't just good advice. It's the blueprint for longevity, respect, and greatness.
Imagine if your first-round draft pick had the season she had, the controversy she had, got injured in a questionable injury, asked out, and then started a podcast gossiping about everything in the league as a rookie? Please.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Caitlin's head down, just fucking in the gym,
ready to go.
You don't hear a peep from her. She cares about you got me wound up.
Angel Reese's recent off-court moves have stirred up major discussion, drawing both praise and backlash from fans and commentators alike. One of the most vocal figures weighing in has been Dave Portnoy, the outspoken CEO of Barstool Sports. Never one to hold back, Portnoy criticized Reese for what he called classless behavior, arguing that her growing focus on media appearances and personal branding may be pulling attention away from what truly matters, her performance on the court. His remarks struck a chord with a segment of fans who share the sentiment, believing that Reese's current trajectory could undermine her credibility as an athlete. Adding to the conversation, Shaquille O'Neal, a fellow LSU legend and one of Reese's early supporters, offered a surprising critique on her own podcast. Shaq, who has often championed Reese's potential, compared her play to that of a role player rather than a superstar. The comment caught many off guard, especially coming from someone who had previously been among her strongest defenders.
You know who you are? You're the female Antoine Jameson. You know who Antoine Jameson is? He got 20,000 points with his shot. Whatever your shot is. Like, everybody's shot ain't gonna be Steph Curry. Your shot is your shot.
Shaquille O'Neal's candid remark hinted that Reese's current trajectory may not match the level of excellence expected from a player of her stature, echoing concerns voiced by both fans and analysts. His comments reinforced a growing sentiment that true greatness demands more than media presence or branding opportunities. It requires relentless focus and dedication to the sport itself. Public reaction to the ongoing debate has been sharply divided. On one side are supporters who admire Reese's charisma and boldness, viewing her as a necessary force pushing women's basketball into the spotlight. On the other side are those who align with Portnoy's and Shaq's critiques, arguing that off-court ventures should complement, not overshadow, an athlete's commitment to their craft. This divide highlights a broader question resonating throughout the sports community. Can modern athletes successfully balance fame and performance without losing sight of their primary identity as competitors first?
Shaq just called her a role player, not a star, certainly not a superstar, not a legend. Hey, you remind me of Antoine Jameson. Oh, nice player. Put up 20,000 points. No one's really heard of him. I think Antoine played at North Carolina. Anyway, Shaq slams Angel Reese to her face.
Caitlin Clark's unwavering focus and balanced approach to training and community have made her a model of lasting success, while Angel Reese stands at a crossroads, a moment to redefine her path. As the new season approaches, the question remains, will Reese refocus on her game, or will Clark's dedication set the new gold standard for the WNBA? Let us know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We'll see you in the next one.